Welcome to another edition of Recovery at Home. I'm Chris Blauvelt. This is Kevin Peterson. He's the founder of the Chronic Hope Institute, which is an organization that provides therapeutic services to the family of individuals who are in treatment before, during, and after, correct?
Exactly. And individuals in general. Yep.
Family therapist. You're a trained family therapist.
I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm also a family case manager. I'm an author, and I'm the founder of the Chronic Hope Institute. And the second book, Chronic Hope, Families in Addiction, should be out in early January with a large Facebook group coming behind it that will be free to families. It'll be just a giant resource space for them to ask questions about, what do I do?
Great.
There's an addict in the house. What do we do?
That's great. A lot of Q&A, I'm sure we'll be going back and forth.
Yep, I'll do some Facebook Lives. I'll have you on there, the whole thing. Yep.
Awesome. That's great.
Yep.
Kevin and I share the common passion in working with families, and we believe that it's essential for the success of the individual who is struggling with addiction and or entering recovery, and the success of the family unit as a whole. One of the things that you hear a lot about, almost like tongue-in-cheek, in the recovery field, the behavioral health care field, in personal recovery, you hear a lot of talk about self-care and how important it is to take care of yourself. And there's a lot of talk, but how do you walk the walk? What are some easy suggestions for self-care during the holidays in general, as a daily practice? What would you suggest?
Absolutely. I tell this to my clients and my families all the time, because like you said, it's a buzzword that gets thrown around all the time. And so let's define it. So I define it by regular exercise, paying attention to your nutrition. I don't mean being on diets or binging, or being on the fad diet. Just pay attention to your nutrition. Eat regularly, eat healthy, make sure you have a lot of protein and vegetables. Exercise regularly. And, some people are like, I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? Find 15 or 20 minutes to walk around the block.
Yeah.
So exercise, nutrition, meditation. I think it's critical. And there's lots of great websites that have free meditation, but you can start with just 5 minutes, and you don't have to get into the lotus position and burn incense. Mm-hmm. You can do a guided meditation where sometimes I sit there with a cup of coffee and I stare out the window and I just listen to the meditation.
Yeah.
Calm your mind.
Yep.
And then I believe that also part of self-care is having a community, and it can be, it can be a 12-step community. It can be a faith-based community. It can be a friend-based community, but it's a positive community that you engage with on a regular basis. So, and then I also believe in, seeing your doctor on a regular basis and making sure you're checking in, and doctor/therapy.
Yeah.
So that's my self-care plan. What's yours?
For me personally, I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I have a sponsee who I work with. At this point, we've been working together for so long that we keep each other in check, right? Yeah. I'm a huge fan of the community. I think that's a really big part of recovery. A community that's going to be a positive influence, that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to build you up, that's going to check in with you, that's going to make themselves available to you, so that you can check in with them and keep them accountable as well. Exercise, there's no excuse in this day and age to not exercise. I have an 8-month-old and an almost 3-year-old, and free time is limited, but we went out and bought an exercise bike with one of those virtual memberships. So, we put the kids down last night, and when we were about ready to hit the sack at 9:30 p.m., I was able to do, a 30-minute spin class. So there's so many avenues, if you can't get out or you're busy or you have a demanding job, to exercise self-care, especially in this year, in this day and age, with everything being virtual. There's virtual support meetings. I'm also a big fan of praying and meditating. Mine is really simple. I say the St. Francis prayer, I say the 3rd step prayer and the 7th step prayer. And at the end, I breathe deeply, for 30 to 60 seconds, and just say a little prayer of my own. And that used to be a lot more involved, and there's varying degrees of meditation, but it's kind of like the movie Toy Story, where at night you go to sleep and your brain is, all over the place. And to quiet it down when you wake up in the morning, the toys and Woody and Buzz Lightyear are all over the place when the kids are out of the room. And when they come back in, they stand at attention and fall down again. And that's kind of how my brain operates sometimes, I feel like. So it's really important for me to just get a couple quiet seconds in the morning. But yeah, I mean, 12-step recovery for me personally and exercise are huge. Surfing, a lot of people spend time outside. If you're in a mountainous region, you can go hiking and rock climbing, and all that stuff promotes recovery because it dispels the myth that a sober life is one of doom and gloom.
Absolutely. And the last one, I think that we both have sort of talked about it, but we haven't named it, is fun. Got to have fun.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to have fun. And, whether it's for you hanging out with the kids and being silly with the kids, for me playing with the puppies, or just being goofy or whatever, but just find something that's fun. And I got to be honest with people, watching TV, binging on Netflix, that doesn't count. That's not self-care.
Yeah.
And that's tuning out and dissociating. And so what we're talking about is, actually making a plan and having a schedule behind this, and not just saying, oh yeah, I practice self-care. It's like, I wake up in the morning, I pray, and then I meditate. My wife and I read devotionals and meditate. Then I exercise, and I try to be engaged in what I eat throughout the day, and I know you guys do the same thing. So
Being
I think
intentional.
It's intentional, right? It's intentional.
Being intentional with your self-care.
Yeah, that's the deal. And that's how we get through the holidays. And that's how we start strong in 2021, baby.
And that's how we take care of ourselves so that we can take care of others.
Well, there you go. Right. That's the whole thing, is that you can't help it. What I was taught early on in AA is that, if you don't want to, you want to make sure that you're carrying the message, not the mess.
Yeah.
And in order to carry the message, you have to have the message, which means you have to do the work to get the message. So
in case of an emergency, put the oxygen mask on yourself first so that you can help your kids and your family members put the oxygen mask on, not vice versa. You got to be breathing to help others.
And as they say on Southwest Airlines, which I fly when I fly regularly, is choose your favorite child and then put.
Yeah.
So, yep, I got you. That's it.
Well, right on, brother. This is great for the holidays, and we'll be able to share this with our viewers, and we'll connect again next week after Christmas, before the New Year. Maybe we can talk about goal setting and being intentional about that for the new year.
I think that's a great idea. We can talk about what I'll throw out there is consistency, accountability, and transparency. So,
Love
all right, bro.
All right, Kevin, Chronic Hope Institute. Thank you so much. Chat soon.
All right. Feliz Navidad.
All right.